Welcome back. Can you look at the what you call it? Oh, look, I have the sound of the. Can you look at the camera? And I can't. It doesn't look like I'm focused. Do you mind? How do I go in without? Now I am, but now it's too close. Oh, perfect. Now it is. So how did you do that?
You just turn the ring on it, and it does that little zoom in thing and shows you, so you can see what.
Wait, you turned the ring and then it went too close, and then it went too close, and then what do you do?
So what happens is it gives you a digital zoom so you can see how sharp it is.
Okay.
And then when you're done zooming, you just tap that button. It goes back to the normal view.
And then how do you get to the? But so before it was this setting, like it was this crop,
Yeah.
but I wasn't in focus.
Yeah.
So when you hit the button, and then it goes back to the crop that you had it at.
That is just a focusing, right? So this is set for manual focus.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the focus ring,
Mm-hmm.
and it's focusing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, this is just a digital crop showing it closer up so I can see better when I focus on you to see how sharp it is. But the frame is actually still.
Do I have something on my nose?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the frame is still, this is the frame.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not-
Wait,
it's-
which one is the focus ring? Because I've been doing the big one.
The little one.
What's the little one?
This
This one, not this one. It's
Right.
this one. Okay.
And so what you can do, so for example, like there's you can come look at this. You can look
I
at
can
it,
look
right?
on here. Mm-hmm.
Like if you're not sitting there, I could say just focus on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And that should get you pretty much in focus, right?
Okay.
There you go.
Interesting. Okay, I'm glad I asked you for that. Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
welcome.
5 years.
I know, right? I know. Welcome back. If I sound weird, it's because I have this fan on because it's hot down here.
There is a noise reduction thing you can turn on.
Can you stop do you mind turning off the fan? From the front bucket, yeah. Front button. Mm-hmm. All right. So welcome back, everybody. And I realize that one of my things that keep me stuck is not finishing what I start. And this freaking 5-day thing, the fact that I started it in public yesterday, even though there's only one person watching, maybe, now means that I have to freaking finish it. So, hey. All right. So I did my setup, actually, because I want to, all right. So first, we're going to paste the text from here into our 11 Labs subscription, and we're going to let the voice speak it. So we already did day 1, the value scan. And the method capture. Okay, I pinned the conversation and made a project. Day 3. Actually, no, this is technically day 2. But day 2, we're doing phase 2 and phase 3. So remember, the software development life cycle goes planning, forget what the second thing is called, but I think that's requirements. You know what? I should create a, what you call it for that? The software development lifecycle has 6 stages. Planning, also called analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, maintenance. One calls it planning, analysis, design, implementation, testing, and integration, maintenance. You know, there's different ones. I got to figure this thing out. Planning, feasibility analysis, system design, implementation. This is where the actual coding takes place. Okay, testing. All right, so got it. So project requirements is the end of planning. So this is, I'm still in phase 1, right? And now end of phase 1 is the offer requirement. So I actually should have done this yesterday. So this end stage 1, then this is begin stage 2, and we'll call it, what is this? Planning. So if they're calling this feasibility analysis, and that's Atlassian, they're calling phase 2 analysis. They're calling phase 1 analysis, phase 2 design, and phase 3 development. I don't have to planning, analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployment. This is 7. It might be 7. I don't know. This says 7 too. So this is still feasibility. Anyway, I'm just going to go through it right now. Fine, not going to try to figure it out. All right. Just let it play out, Penny. Let it play out. All right. So first things first, I'm going to go through it. You may not understand what I'm doing. That's okay, because I'm prioritizing actually doing it. And then afterwards, I will input it into 11 labs. Okay. All right. Here we are. Number 2. We're coming up with the product requirements document and a definition of a PRD. Insert definition of PRD. How, why, useful as North Star to not get lost in the iterative building process. Okay. That reminded me to open voice memos. And that just reminded me to this just reminds, so I want to show, oh boy. And that's Claude, but I really want to have, all right, this is what's going on my desktop right now. All right, now. Okay. Okay. Okay, the purpose of now is to convert yesterday's conversation. Oh, let me get to the right page here. Convert yesterday's conversation into an improved structured requirements document. Why this matters in software, nothing gets designed. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is slowing my thing down. 11 Labs desktop app. And what voice did I have yesterday? It was Kristen, I think.
अब सवाल उठता है कि Mensch, Junge. Je vous présente la nouvelle voix. Her cat Whiskers had a secret. He was the guardian of the map, tasked with guiding Mia to not only the treasure, but also to her destiny.
Like a garden in bloom, teamwork makes sports flourish.
Disfruta de este descanso interior. De paz. Toate visele noastre pot deveni realitate dacă avem curajul de a le urma. As the first light touches the forest, a
A new day begins for the creatures that call it home.
Actually, don't mind that voice. Where'd it go?
As the first light touches the forest,
I like that,
a new
Katie.
day begins
Okay,
for the
Katie.
creatures that call it home.
All right, let's have it read it to me.
As the first light touches the forest, a new day begins for the creatures that call it home.
Define the offer's requirements, time budget,
Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that?
purpose. Convert yesterday's conversation into an approved structured requirements document. The offer requirements.
I don't understand why it keeps getting me him.
In software, nothing gets designed until requirements are documented.
Respira profundo. Imagina una cascada cristalina cayendo suave. Mientras... Y así fue como terminó.
Ah,
As the first light touches the forest, a new day begins for the creatures that call it home.
Define the offer's requirements. Time budget, 45 to 60 minutes. Purpose, convert yesterday's
okay,
conversation
maybe
into
the
an
way I'm
approved
doing it, it
structured
won't go with
requirements
that one.
document. The offer requirements. Brief. Why this matters. In software, nothing gets designed until requirements are documented and approved by the stakeholders.
Did you ever notice how the right voice can change your mood? I'm a natural and relaxed voice. I'm going to explain something to you in an approachable.
Deep beneath the ice.
By repeating what students say, teachers can demonstrate that they are listening.
कुछ brands सिर्फ
We do know that we are cheated from birth.
Oh my gosh, is there just not
क्या आप भी नए ट्रेंड्स के बारे में जानना चाहते
a
हो?
black
तो
woman?
देखिए, हम क्या लेकर आए हैं।
The river of imagination flows with endless ideas.
Höre nicht weiter.
Swimming is like dancing in the water's embrace.
Wait, these are real people's
Travel
voices.
is like a song. Each destination a new note.
This oil is in 95% of restaurant food.
Rainbows are the promise of sunshine after every.
Swimming is like dancing in the water's embrace.
The river of imagination flows with endless ideas.
Ah, that's a professional voice clone. I don't like that one. Why is it making me do this one?
The years teach much which the days never know.
That's fine. I'd rather have that.
Define the offer's requirements.
Time budget, 45 to 60 minutes. Purpose? Convert yesterday's conversation into an approved, structured requirements document, the offer requirements brief. Why this matters? In software, nothing gets designed until requirements are documented and approved by the stakeholders, because building against vague requirements is how you build the wrong thing carefully. You are both the engineer and the stakeholder here. Today, the stakeholder signs off. The offer requirements brief is this workbook's plain language version of a product or software requirements document. Same job. It states what you're building, for whom, why, to what standard, and what's out of scope, so day 3 can build without redeciding everything. This is also where your deliverable gets defined, before you build it, not while you're building it. Minimum shippable version of today, an offer requirements brief with open test items still in it. Unknowns are allowed, unlabeled unknowns are not. Actions reopen yesterday's conversation. Same one. The model already has everything it needs. You will not retype a thing. 2 minutes. Generate the brief. Paste prompt. 3, 5 minutes.
Okay. Open today's conversation. Generate the brief. Open prompt theory. All right. Can you see what I'm doing? Now you can. Right. I'm in Claude. That's this black square. Let me go back to, this is the offer conversation. And I'm copying and pasting. Paste prompt 3. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Set a 5-minute timer. All right, now let's have this read prompt 3 while it's doing that.
Operate as a requirements analyst, using only the contents of this conversation, the value statement, the extraction interview, and the method capture. Generate a markdown document titled Offer Requirements Brief, DIN Capability. Procedure. Extract and structure, do not invent. Where the conversation does not contain an answer, write the item and mark it. Test. Meaning, to be tested through use, not debated. Where you infer something from context rather than from my words, mark it inferred. Output. Include exactly these sections. 1. Working offer thesis, 1 sentence. 2. Intended audience. 3. The observed or latent opportunity. 4. Existing evidence of demand or trust. 5. Core method, summary. 6. Numbered process. 7. Required inputs. 8. The 3 essential intake questions. 9. Judgment rules. 10. Primary it depends rule. 11. Common errors to avoid. 12. Definition of a strong result. 13. Candidate core deliverable. 14. Deliverable requirements. Format, scope, boundaries, completion criteria. 15. Quality and name test criteria. 16. Human versus machine division of labor. What the machine assembles, what remains a human decision. 17. Provisional offer ladder hypotheses at free, $5, $50, and $500. Adapt levels if the method demands it. 18. Unknowns to test rather than debate. Quality check. End with a list of every place you had to infer or guess, even if already marked inline. The 5-minute pencil review. Timer. 5 minutes, strictly. Read the brief and mark only 3 kinds of things. Wrong, correct it. Missing, add it. Uncertain, label it.
Okay, so let's see if Claude finished the brief. It did. So it's really long. I'm still trying to figure out how you get it to read. Wait. What is voiceover? Personal voice? I think it's going really, really slow. Where is this? Hmm. I am not finding the accessibility menu things in my when I highlight text. I'm in Markdown or text edit. I'm in preview. I want to be able to open any app on my desktop that might be text based to right click it to select all, and then to be able to instruct the device to read all of the text that's highlighted. Is that something that's doable on my laptop? Question mark, question mark. I assumed that it was. And also, what's voiceover and narration and whatever these use cases are for personal voice that I see available in system settings on my device, question mark, is the use of the voice on the Apple moat protected, meaning in terms of my ownership, can they not use it outside of my use? Where are the terms of service, I guess, for the voice usage? So I know one of the reasons I never made a voice on 11 Labs was because the IP rights, they're too diffuse in terms of how much the company would be able to do with my voice. So weird. So while it's seeing that, let's just go back to 11 Labs. Literally, this only made it to number 9, but let's listen to it.
Offer Requirements Brief. Decision Ready Synthesis. Penny Wrenn, July 30th, 2026. Compiled from this conversation only: the value statement, the process extraction interview, and the method capture. Nothing outside those sources. Test equals the conversation contains no answer. To be tested through use, not debated. Inferred equals derived from context rather than Penny's words. Sudra 1. Working Offer Thesis. Penny converts raw, meandering stakeholder conversations plus domain research into decision-ready strategy packages, decision trees, positioning guides, and next action maps that a client can understand, evaluate, approve, communicate, or act on. 2. Intended audience. Small companies and founders selling into complex, slow-moving institutions. For example, health vendors selling into FQHCs, who have expertise and live prospects, but no bridge between conversation and executable strategy. Assumed in the value statement, generalized from a single client, Tioga, unresolved, whether the buyer is the vendor, Tioga-like, the institution, FQHC-like, or both. Test. Penny's stated aspiration constrains the audience choice. She wants paid consulting/strategy work conducted in public with platform-type investment and underwriting, so the audience should be one that pays and can be served visibly. Inferred from her Q1 answer. 3. The observed or latent opportunity. Clients leave rich prospect conversations with notes and instinct, but no mechanism connecting ambition to action. Deals stall in the absent middle. Ambition and desired result stated, mechanism between them missing. Assumed, inferred from one engagement plus Penny's self-description. The general pattern Penny reliably sees. The gap between what people say is happening and what would actually have to be true, built, funded, decided, or performed for it to happen. 4. Existing evidence of demand or trust. 1. Well-documented engagement. Tioga Optical to C.W. Williams Response Playbook. Decision Tree Positioning Guide. Next Action Map. Delivered. People repeatedly and unprompted ask Penny for AI help, help with their children, writing help, historically, run of show/experience design and live hosting, and to attend and speak. None of these is yet a paid ask for this capability. Prior professional trust base. Pitched and published service journalism for women's magazines. For example, the Energy piece built on demonstrative reporting. Inferred as trust evidence, Penny offered it as method lineage, not as demand proof. Additional instances of this artifact being produced, paid, or not. None named yet. Test. The single fastest validation step 5. Core method. Summary. Preserve the raw conversation. Dictate fresh reactions that the transcript won't carry. Run structured AI extraction, never summary, separating said from inferred and ordering decisions by dependency. Verify the extraction against the transcript and memory of the room. Split the verified material into 3 functional tools: decision tree, positioning guide, next action map, draft ugly, pressure test. Edit into a playbook that makes the next conversation easier to conduct. The organizing unit throughout is the next outward-facing act, not the document. Numbered process. 1. Solve for the next outward-facing act. The next thing to be sent, said, or set up toward the prospect. Even a first reply email sets expectations. 2. Open a framing brief by dictation while researching. Open tabs, link chasing. Who the prospect is. How they arrived, engagement stage, what a productive outcome looks like with or without a signed paid agreement, talk through imagined outputs and dump landscape knowledge and hunches. 3. Hold the service journalism stance, demonstrative reporting aimed at the gap between knowing better and doing better. 4. Preserve the raw material immediately after the call, recording saved, transcript generated or retrieved. 5. Dictate immediate reactions while fresh. What energized the client? Hesitations, indirect answers, recurring returns, the real decision underneath the stated question. 6. Run structured AI extraction, never a summary. Stated goals, operational constraints, decision criteria, unresolved questions, commitments, objections, risks, signs of interest, evidence quoted or closely paraphrased, fact versus interpretation distinguished. Every pre-pilot decision identified and ordered by dependency. 7. Verify the extraction manually against transcript and memory. Collapse many concerns into the underlying issue. Distinguish exploratory statements from contradictions. Recover passing comments that signal internal approvability. 8. Separate into 3 tools by function. Decision tree, choices, order, path consequences, positioning guide, client's own language versus company language, where framing must shift, next action map, owner, output, dependency for every action, next client-facing decision point.
So it says, so reminder that what I'm doing right now, this part, and I set a timer here, 6 minutes left. It says 5 minutes max to go through to skim this thing, and it's way too long to skim. 1. So that's an edit, but for now I'm just going to complete the process. Separate into 3 tools by function. All right, so that I'm going to say all of number 6, section 6, numbers 1 through 9 equals either, we're just going to say uncertain. Okay. What's the next part? Where's the text edit? Not terminal. All right, let's read this next section. We're still in
9.
process.
Draft ugly first. Make the logic visible, not elegant. 10. Pressure test. No forced choices before facts exist. No positioning promises the company can't deliver. Internal research tasks not confused with client decisions. Said versus recommended kept separate. 11. Edit into the playbook. Tighten, deduplicate, state the recommended sequence, make the next conversation easier to conduct. 7. Required inputs. Call recording and slash or transcript, or pre-call the inbound inquiry itself. Penny's dictated fresh reaction notes. The transcript alone is insufficient. Purpose and stage of the engagement. Why this prospect? What productive means now? Domain research on the prospect's landscape. The company's existing positioning language. An AI tool capable of structured extraction. A speech-to-text tool. Specific tools by name. Test. 8. The 3 essential intake questions, inferred, reconstructed from interview evidence, never confirmed verbatim by Penny 1. What is the next outward-facing act? What must be sent, said, or set up? 2. What would a productive outcome look like with or without a signed paid agreement? 3. What is the real decision underneath the stated question? Number 9. Judgment rules. Never summarize, extract. A summary flattens the most useful information. Multiple stated concerns often express one underlying issue. Consolidate. Apparent contradictions may include an exploratory statement, judged by tone, hesitation, and room context, which is why fresh dictation exists. A passing comment can be the clearest signal of what the client would approve internally. Sequencing restraint. Role before fulfillment before configuration/volume/pricing/pilot. Never jump to price or a turnkey offer. Said versus recommended stays separated, unconditional. When the client cannot yet choose, the next document helps them compare options rather than pressuring toward one. 10. Primary "it depends" rule. Inferred, reconstructed, not confirmed. What gets produced next depends on the next outward-facing act and on which decisions are ripe, never on how much material is available. Nothing is surfaced for decision before its prerequisites are resolved. Unripe items go into the tree or the action map, not the recommendation. 11. Common errors to avoid. Writing a polished strategy document immediately after the call instead of preserving and reacting first. Asking AI to summarize this call. Accepting AI extraction without manual verification. Treating 10 concerns as 10 problems instead of finding the underlying one. Forcing a choice, especially pricing, before its enabling facts exist. Positioning that promises what the company cannot yet deliver. Vague actions without owner, output, and dependency. Confusing internal research tasks with client decisions. Blending the client's statements with the consultant's recommendations. Number 12, definition of a strong result. An operating structure that moves the work forward. Decision logic visible and dependency ordered. Positioning built from the client's own language. Every action owned, outputted, and dependency linked. Evidence separated from interpretation and statements from recommendations. Concrete test. The next conversation is easier to conduct, and the client can understand, evaluate, approve, communicate, or act on the deliverable. Mediocre equals an accurate, flat, inert call summary with unowned next steps.
Okay, so I gave myself extra time. And I have notes. Tell the model my corrections in one message. Have it regenerate the full brief. Read the changed parts only. Approve it explicitly. Approved as version 1. How do I want to? I need to give myself 5 minutes. Hey, Siri, set a 5-minute timer. prod requirements sound like Penny thinking, talking out loud, and not like a I need it to be like this and not like what a product requirements document actually is. And it doesn't have to be repeatable and not like this is, because what happened to that value statement? You know what? It was in version 1. Where's version 1? Let me see. This, not the the product requirements. This is what it is and who it's for and how it works and where when to use it. Blueprint for the nouns. See. Write the sentence and then there was something I was going to look up. So this, okay, so these are all notes for the second version of my product requirement. Second version of PRD. So I'm just going to go through this first and give feedback to the actual parts of the document that I read, right? One. Feedback for version 1. Okay, Then 2, then it's going to be feedback for version 3 of 5-day. And that's going to be RE setting up planning for full vision taking soundings 5. So maybe. I don't know if that makes sense, but we'll see. Okay, first feedback on version 1. Hey Siri, set a 10-minute timer. Okay. Real quick, which one am I in? We're just going to move to Claude's screen real quick. Okay. All right, here we go. Opening the tell the model your corrections in one message. Have it regenerate the full brief. Read the changed parts only. I'm not going to do that. Prove it explicitly. Save it as a markdown properly. Okay, got it. Hey Siri, set a 10-minute timer. Oh, actually, sorry. I know what I need to do. I need to have this open and voice memo open. Okay, this is what I'm looking at right now. And I have voice memos open because I am doing my live feedback for the product requirements brief as discussed. The instructions are to label things either wrong, missing, or uncertain. My goal is to either accept what's written or produce an iteration I can live with. Hey Siri, set a 10-minute timer. Starting from the beginning of the offer requirements brief. The intended audience, it's incorrect to assume that I need someone to build out loud. While I am building out loud, my clients don't need to be a part of that, even to the extent that Tioga has been included thus far is the maximum that I want to do. And please, going forward, as this plan is iterated, don't mention them anymore specifically in any of the documents, because even if it's being used as an example, there needs to be, I'm more interested in capturing who is representative of that type of buyer. So I'm not sure. So in the intended audience, that one felt wrong. The observed or latent opportunity. Sounds good. Existing evidence of demand. Uncertain. All of this, the numbered processes did not make any sense to me. I don't know what they're there, or at least 1 through 8, all were uncertain. And I'm inclined to remove it. The 8 and 9 were true. 10 and 11, uncertain. The required inputs, they seem really specific. But true, but they don't include Penny's own research of the client themselves. Like, it's researching the client and also who their target is. There's always a 360 degree kind of thing, if that makes any sense. So the offer is solving for someone else, solving for you, solving for someone else. That's what I mean to say. And those inputs, I feel like they could be varied. It could be just a discovery conversation that I have with them that's guided by me. It could be, what I would call like a choose your own adventure brainstorming session where I let my curiosity lead me, but it's a paid there's a word for this, like it's kind of scoping, prospecting. There's a word for that. I'm not putting it that way, but even to the degree that I don't say it, I need AI to help me articulate it. And I'd like to have a required input be some output generated by Penny using whatever she's been doing to research. So like some type of briefing document capturing all of Penny's, the brainscape of Penny on this topic, like the this is your brain on drugs thing. I want a required input to be, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity on Penny, or with Penny kind of thing. And I see I'd like to just try selling the proof of the what I would do if I were you, at $50, and $50 a pop, just to see a blueprint of what I would do if I were you. It just requires a minimal conversation, and then $500 to work with me, I guess, and then $5,000 for whatever. That's what I'm thinking. I could kind of visualize it in my head, and I hope that the next things kind of go through that. But I really need the requirements to show me what are the actual deliverables, the solutions on those levels. The judgment rules, I didn't really understand. They don't seem like they're related to the deliverables themselves. Overall, the product requirements document sounds like me thinking or talking out loud, and not like offer requirements, and not like this is what it is and who it's for and how it works and where it fits and when to use it blueprint for the tangible deliverables a person gets with me. And I go back to, there's a sentence in the first version of the AI activation plan that says, I help blank who get blank the result by blank the thing you do, the thing I do. So I was really expecting to read this and have more of a working idea of like being able to visualize where I'm headed here. So this is the end of my feedback to the offer requirements brief to complete part 2 and then reread. So I'm using this, regenerate the full offer requirements brief again. And so we'll call the one that was just given to me version 1, and then this one, the next one will be version 2. Save as version 1. All right. Okay, now we're going to go to Claude. Oh. So this is already longer than 10 minutes. All right, so this is already longer than 10 minutes. This step 4, correct and regenerate. I'm at 20 plus now, not longer. If I started today at 5, I'm already started at 5 p.m. and time check at 6:40 right here. Damn. And this was supposed to take an hour. All right, so it's taken me an hour and a half. So, but it's almost done. So I wasn't too far off though. Whew! All right, then the next part is supposed to take 2 hours. Jesus, that'll take me up until General Hospital time. I might actually have to do this in 5 days. I gotta ship something by tomorrow. Jesus. All right. I made this hard. Looks like it doesn't have to be this hard, but okay.
V2 is on your desktop. What changed? In order of your feedback, client names are gone from this and all future documents, replaced by a representative buyer type. The build out loud requirement is stripped from the audience. It's now explicitly your platform strategy, not a client condition. The process is cut to the confirmed spine, 360 degrees research. Your briefing document, separate into tools, draft ugly first, with the uncertain steps parked, not deleted. Required inputs now include your 360 degrees research, client and their target, solving for someone who is solving for someone else, and a required penny-generated brief, working title, This is Your Opportunity, with Penny. And the ladder is rebuilt at your numbers, $50 blueprint, what I would do if I were you, $500 work with Penny, $5,000 terabytes D, each with the receives includes excludes turnaround template, filled where known and test, where not. 2 things to note. The word you were reaching for is probably paid discovery or scoping engagement, yours to rename. And section 0 now opens with the I help, who get, by sentence you asked for. It's assembled from your words, but marked as needing your edit until it sounds like you.
Still long. All right, let's see what the answer was to this reading aloud. Okay. Option escape. Command A, then option escape. Okay, Command A, option escape.
V2 offer requirements brief. Decision ready synthesis. Penny Wrenn, July 30th, 2026. Version 2, revised against Penny's live voice feedback. Documentation rule. Per Penny, no client names appear in this or future plan documents. Prior engagements are referred to generically, e.g., the reference engagement, a small product company selling into community health institutions. What matters is who is representative of that buyer type, not who the client was. Markers. Test equals no answer exists yet. Test through use. Don't debate. Inferred equals derived from context, not Penny's words. Uncertain. Penny equals Penny reviewed V1 and flagged it uncertain rather than wrong or accepted. 0. The blueprint sentence. Per Penny's request. The brief now leads with the I help, who get, by formulation from the activation plan. I help founders and small teams who are trying to win over a specific person or institution get an executable path to yes by turning their conversations, instincts, and my own 360 degrees research into a blueprint of what I would do if I were them. Inferred, assembled from Penny's V2 feedback and prior interview language. Needs Penny's edit until it sounds like her. 1. Working offer thesis. Penny sells her judgment in packaged, usable form. She takes what a client knows, says, and is circling, plus her own research on the client and on the client's target, and returns a written blueprint that tells them what she would do if she were them, in what order, and why. Structure of the offer. You are solving for someone who is solving for someone else. The client has a target, a prospect, an institution, an audience. Penny solves for the client by solving the client's path to that target. The research is always 360 degrees. The client, and who the client is trying to reach. 2. Intended audience. Corrected from V1. It is wrong to require that clients participate in Penny's building out loud. Penny builds in public. Her clients do not need to be part of that. Public visibility is Penny's marketing and platform strategy, never a condition of the engagement. Representative buyer type. A founder or small team with real expertise and a live opportunity. A prospect, partner, or institution they are trying to win, who leave rich conversations with notes and instinct but no bridge to executable strategy. The reference engagement fits this type. A small product company selling into slow-moving community health institutions. Representativeness beyond one engagement. Test whether the buyer sits on the vendor side, the institution side, or both. Test 3. The observed or latent opportunity. Accepted by Penny as written in V1. Clients leave rich prospect conversations with notes and instinct but no mechanism connecting ambition to action. Deals stall in the absent middle. Ambition and desired results stated. Mechanism between them missing. The general pattern Penny reliably sees. The gap between what people say is happening and what would actually have to be true. Built, funded, decided, or performed for it to happen. 4. Existing evidence of demand or trust. Uncertain. Penny flagged this whole section. 1. Well-documented reference engagement in which a prospect conversation became a delivered playbook. Decision tree. Positioning guide. Next action map. People repeatedly, unprompted, ask Penny for AI help. Help with their children. Writing help. Historically. Run of show experience design and live hosting. Invitations to attend and speak. None yet a paid ask for this capability. Service journalism career. Pitched. Published demonstrative reporting, as method lineage and possible trust evidence. Inferred 2 or more additional named instances of the artifact. Still missing. Test. The fastest validation step. 5. Core method. Summary. Penny musters a reporter's interest. Service journalism. Demonstrative reporting. In the client's situation. She researches 360 degrees. The client and the client's target. Captures her own thinking by dictation. Uses AI to structure and extract rather than summarize. Applies her judgment to find the real decision underneath the stated question. And delivers the result as a blueprint the client can act on. Confirmed core of production. Separate the material into functional tools. And draft ugly first. Make the logic visible before making it elegant. 6. Numbered process. Penny's V1 verdict. Steps 1-7. Uncertain. Penny. Inclined to remove. Steps.
Okay. I need this to solve the audience piece for me. So the intended audience is still not capturing enough who to inform I'm copying and pasting sections of offer requirements that resonate with me and strike me as areas with an inferred clientele if I wanted AI to operate as an audience targeting or some such guru. But for now, I want the intended audience section updated. I want deleted from PRD I should read intended audience and it come alive with each of the price levels. So and the audience needs to be analyzed for against damn, the word user doesn't come up until phase 3. right, this is my last one. And then after this, we're moving on to the next section, I guess. And this is me just trying to get it to... An offer's genius. Well, guess what? I need to be with him, Penny Wrenn. PennyWrenn@gmail.com. So I can get this growth blueprint. It's a great homepage. Hmm. What? Oh, wow. I love this. This is a great story. Follow. Save. Good posts. So this whole, let me just see here.
I'm thrilled to announce that you can now see our work for Levi's on Disney+. I watched this episode with my family and it was completely unexpected. Even many folks at Levi's were unaware. In the World According to Jeff Goldblum, one of the original series on Disney+.
Interesting. So this is the guy, Ken Yarmosh. who I was watching Claude operate, and Ken Yarmouche was one of the sites it visited. It was something about solopreneurs. And I was like, it sounded like when I was reading the URL, I was like, is this Kenya? Is this person's name Kenya? And I'm thinking, oh, awesome. Maybe it's a Black woman. Like, that's dope. If a Black woman is doing SEO, search engine optimization, so well that that AI, it's crawling one of her sites. And this type of work, like this is the type of work that's good to have AI do, the actually updating your sites for SEO and more. And I really need to do that, honestly. But more than anything, I need to make money. So let me finish making this offer, and I need to get offers into the world. But also let me add Ken Yarmouche to my people I want to pitch. And maybe I make it so that there's, when I do the design, when I design the building thing, when I design the thing, maybe I'll design $500 for him. And that's just because I brought it up. All right, let's see what this next PRD says. This is so long. We're going back to 11 Labs. It just sounds better, you know, and easier to listen to.
V3 Offer Requirements Brief. Decision Ready Synthesis. Penny Wrenn, July 30th, 2026. Version 3. Changes from V2. The corrected from V1 audience paragraph is deleted per Penny. The intended audience section is rebuilt as tier-by-tier avatars. Avatars are analyzed against market research performed by Claude for this version. All other sections carry forward from V2. Documentation rule per Penny. No client names in this or future plan documents. Prior engagements are referred to generically. The vendor via's institution framing from V1/V2 is retired. It was an artifact of one client situation, not a category to solve for. Markers. Test equals no answer yet. Test through use. Inferred equals derived from context, not Penny's words. Research equals grounded in the market research below, not in Penny's statements. Chapter 0. The blueprint sentence I help people with a live opportunity they keep circling, a prospect, a partner, an institution, an audience, get an executable path forward by turning their conversations and instincts, plus my own 360-degree research, into a blueprint of what I would do if I were them. Inferred. Still needs Penny's edit until it sounds like her. 1. Working offer thesis. Penny sells her judgment in packaged, usable form. She takes what a client knows, says, and is circling, plus her own research on the client and on the client's target, and returns a written blueprint that tells them what she would do if she were them, in what order, and why. The structure is always, you are solving for someone who is solving for someone else. 2. Intended audience rebuilt for V3 as avatars at each price level. These are drawn from Penny's own described world, the people who already ask her for things sideways, crossed with market evidence. Crossover between tiers is expected. The tiers describe the same kind of person at different stakes, not different species. $50. The Blueprint Avatar 1, the circling solopreneur, runs a one-person business. consultant, creator, coach, freelancer, small shop service provider, has been talking about the same opportunity for weeks, the partnership they should pitch, the client they should chase, the offer they should launch. Rich notes, real instinct, no sequence, has $50 of curiosity and no appetite for a $5,000 engagement or an open-ended discovery process. Buys the blueprint the way they'd buy a great diagnostic to see their situation organized by an outside judgment before deciding anything bigger. Market check.
That's good.
Research. The pool is enormous. Roughly 29.8 million U.S. solopreneurs generating $1.7 trillion. 84% of U.S. businesses have no employees. Expert call marketplaces price comparable access at $60 to $300 per hour, so a $50 written blueprint sits below the impulse threshold for this buyer, while still signaling real service, not content. Buyer research also shows fatigue with long discovery phases and open-ended contracts. Fixed scope, fixed price package judgment is what this market is moving toward. Avatar 2. The sideways asker. Already in Penny's orbit, the person who DMs her for AI help asks her to look at a pitch, wants her read on their event or their kid's school situation, trusts her taste, has never been given a way to pay her. The $50 tier exists partly to convert this existing informal demand into first transactions and testimonials. Market check. No external research needed. This is Penny's own documented evidence base. Q1 of the feasibility interview. The open question is conversion, not existence. Test, $500. Work with Penny Avatar. 3. The founder mid-pursuit. A founder or 2 to 5 person team with real expertise and one high-stakes pursuit in motion. An anchor client, a distribution partner, an institution whose yes changes the year. They've had the meetings. The deal is alive but stalled in the absent middle. Nobody has built the mechanism between they're interested and it's happening. They will pay for a guided engagement because the pursuit is worth multiples of $500 and their next conversation has to be better than their last one. Market check. Research. Strategy consulting for this buyer typically runs $100 to $200 per hour with engagement minimums far above $500. Productized fixed-scope roadmap session offers are a growing category precisely because these buyers want defined outcomes at defined prices. $500 undercuts the category while the offer is being proven, whether it should rise after proof. Test.
What does this mean? 500 undercuts the category. What does that mean?
Avatar 4, the program leader without a sounding board, runs a program, nonprofit, or community initiative, an executive director, program director, or civic organizer with a funder to win, a board to persuade, or a partnership to land. Institutionally rich in mission language, poor in decision structure. Uses Penny the way healthy organizations use an advisory board, a neutral third party who evaluates assumptions, orders the decisions, and hands back a plan the board or funder can actually approve. Market check. Research. Advisory board literature describes exactly this sounding board function, a forum to test ideas before implementation, and most small nonprofits lack one. Fewer than a third of nonprofit boards even have basic succession plans, a proxy for thin strategic support around the leader. $5,000. Shape still test. Avatar 5, provisional, the backed builder. A funded founder, an organization with budget authority, or a platform/media entity with recurring opportunity flow rather than a single pursuit. Someone for whom Penny's judgment applied across a season or a portfolio is worth institutional money. This is also where Penny's stated ambition, platform-type investment and underwriting, most plausibly connects to a buyer. Market check. Test. No research can define this tier until the $50 and $500 tiers produce evidence about who shows up and what they ask for next. Audience analysis summary. Research. The market evidence supports the latter's logic. A very large low-friction pool at $50, solopreneurs priced below the going rate for expert access, a proven willingness to pay band at $500, buyers already paying more per hour for less structured help, trending toward fixed-scope products, and an undefined by design top tier. The evidence does not yet tell us which avatar converts best, what language makes each recognize themselves, or whether Avatar 4, Program Leader, is a real segment or Penny's affinity. Those are test items listed in Section 18. 3. The observed or latent opportunity accepted by Penny as written. Clients leave rich prospect conversations with notes and instinct but no mechanism connecting ambition to action. Deals stall in the absent middle. Ambition and desired result stated, mechanism between them missing. The general pattern Penny reliably sees, the gap between what people say is happening and what would actually have to be true, built, funded, decided, or performed for it to happen. 4. Existing evidence of demand or trust. Uncertain. Penny flagged this section in V2 review, unchanged pending new evidence. One well-documented reference engagement in which a prospect conversation became a delivered playbook, decision tree, positioning guide, next action map. People repeatedly, unprompted, ask Penny for AI help, help with their children, writing help, historically, run-of-show/experience design and live hosting, invitations to attend and speak. None yet a paid ask for this capability. Service journalism career, pitched, published demonstrative reporting as method lineage and possible trust evidence. Inferred, 2 or more additional named instances of the artifact, still missing. Test, the fastest validation step. 5. Core method, summary. Penny musters a reporter's interest, service journalism, demonstrative reporting, in the client's situation. She researches 360 degrees, the client and the client's target, captures her own thinking by dictation, uses AI to structure and extract rather than summarize, applies her judgment to find the real decision underneath the stated question, and delivers the result as a blueprint the client can act on. Confirmed core of production. Separate the material into functional tools and draft ugly first. Make the logic visible before making it elegant. 6. Numbered process. Steps 1 to 7 of V1 remain parked. Uncertain, Penny, confirmed spine only. 1. Research 360 degrees, Penny's own research of the client themselves and of the client's target. 2. Produce the Penny-generated input document, Section 7, her brainscape on the client's opportunity. 3. Separate the working material into distinct tools by function, each answering a different question the client must act on. 4. Draft ugly first. Make the logic visible, not elegant. 5. Pressure test and edit into the client-ready blueprint. Uncertain, Penny retained provisionally. Parked, unconfirmed from V1. Solve for next outward act framing. Dictated framing brief. Preserve then react sequence. Structured AI extraction protocol. Manual verification pass. 7. Required inputs, always required. Penny's 360-degree research, the client themselves, and the client's target. solving for someone who is solving for someone else.
All right, let's go on here. I'm still trying to get this offer requirements thing straight. All right, well, here we go. So now this is what we've got. Let's read it out loud.
PRD, my first offer. Penny Wrenn, July 30th, 2026. One page, supersedes V1 to V3 briefs as the working document. The briefs remain as archive/appendix. 1. Vision. Penny sells her judgment in packaged form. The first product is the blueprint, what I would do if I were you. A written document telling one buyer what Penny would do in their position about one live opportunity, in what order and why. 2. Problem. People with a live opportunity. A prospect, partner, funder, or audience they're circling leave rich conversations with notes and instinct, but no mechanism connecting ambition to action. The middle is absent. The opportunity stalls. 3. Target users, $50, circling. Solopreneur, one-person business, talking about the same opportunity for weeks, wants an outside judgment before deciding anything bigger. $50, sideways. Asker already asks Penny for help informally, has never had a way to pay her. $500, founder, mid-pursuit, small team, one high-stakes deal alive but stalled, $500. Program leader, ED/organizer with a funder, board, or partnership to win and no sounding board. Segment unproven. 4. The product, functional requirements. Deliverable. One written blueprint per buyer per opportunity containing 1. The opportunity as Penny sees it, her 360-degree read, the buyer and the buyer's target. 2. The order of moves, what to decide/do first, and why not the other order. 3. The language to use, framing built from the target's actual concerns. 4. The next act, what to send, say, or set up, with owner and trigger. Inputs, minimal conversation plus whatever material the buyer hands over plus Penny's own research. Process, internal, research 360 degrees to draft ugly to pressure test to deliver. Non-functional, no client names in public materials. Buyer's words kept separate from Penny's recommendations. Nothing recommended that can't be delivered. 5. Offer ladder price. Offer. What they get $50, the blueprint. The written document above, from minimal conversation. $500, work with Penny. Guided session, plus full blueprint on one high-stakes pursuit. Han $5,000. TBD, defined after lower tiers produce evidence. Free, Penny in public, marketing, not a client tier. Com, 6. Success metrics, first sale of a $50 blueprint proves willingness to pay. 3 delivered blueprints, proves repeatability, currently N equals 1. One buyer reports their next conversation was easier/they acted on it, proves the result. One upgrade from $50 to $500 proves the latter. 7. Assumptions, risks, open questions. Assumed, buyers will pay for judgment without implementation. Risk, $50 tier attracts questions needing more than minimal conversation. Scope creep, open exact blueprint format/length, turnaround, capacity, $500 contents, whether $500 is too low, the $5,000 shape. Note to self, this system's steps didn't naturally produce a simple PRD. Designing the artifact explicitly, like this page, may belong in the 5-day plan itself.
All right. So next thing. Now I open a new conversation. I feed it the brief. So you want to pick your real case and all right, so now I'm going to do the spec. It says to open a new thing. I'm going to open a new one that's not in the project. Oh, and I'm going to open a new one and open one that's in the project and see how differently they turn out. This is my production spec, and I do need to define what a production spec is. So I just need to build the free download now. Where's that version 3 thing? Okay. All right. Okay. going to copy this. And now I'm going to also open this in projects. All right, so it's doing the production spec. And then I'm going to do my real life opportunity. It's going to be a marketer who's a solopreneur. I think you should go through this protocol for anybody. We'll just call it the opportunity protocol. All right, let's see. Oh, come on, Wrenn. Okay. Ba, ba, ba. All right, I'm going to close text edit too, I think. And we're going to make this Claude thing bigger. All right, this is the Claude in the project. In the project meaning the actual 5-day project. Let me make sure that that's true. No, this is not. This is the one out of the project. Okay. Let's have it read through it. So this whole process was supposed to identify okay. That's not right. gosh, this is so not what it's supposed to be. Okay. All right, apply the production spec to a real case. It just doesn't make sense yet. Produce version 1. All right, so I need the production specs for I need to go back. This doesn't make sense. From here, correct my steps just so that I can follow some process similar to what I designed. See attached and end up tomorrow because doing a 5-day plan in 3 days with an offer that I'm announcing and launching via all socials with a YouTube video, Insta post, and TikTok post, along with download at my URL or Substack or some such whatever lead generation click thing for free downloads. And needs to be differentiated based on my market research, etc., available in the folder attached. All right, so hopefully this will fix me up. So the free thing definitely won't be this 5-day plan. The 5-day plan, I think, is going to have to be what you get for $5. Okay, so version 5 needs to have free is the expedited download launching Friday. Actually, no, I guess I could change that. If I could get this down to... I think I do need to... I think I need to stick to having something both free and for $5. What is one thing that I can teach? What is one thing that I can do remotely for someone in a written deliverable? I'm saying reuse and one do vertical. Actually, no. Stop. The videos all need to be made. I don't know what it's doing. This has been a circular freaking day, man. Start again tomorrow. Okay. All right, this is supposed to turn this blueprint into one real deliverable. All right, so let's take the version 3 requirements. All right. Let's see. Okay, change these not into real cases, but like there's the implied opportunity. That's someone told you that they're trying to do something or whatever. And there's the inferred opportunity. That's you see something that you want somebody else to do. Lord Jesus, that you think somebody should do. It'd be a good idea. So that's what this should say. Okay. All right, so now I'm going through the production spec document. To be a part of the production run. Okay. The intake questions. Okay, so this is for case 1, the implied client, the implied opportunity use case. So they are the sideways asker and the circling solopreneur. So as a circling solopreneur, they've expressed needing a new client, needing to get a client at $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Their ideal client is a small to medium size business, a firm, not other solopreneurs, but maybe a consultancy or agency that does B2B work. The tier is $50. Why is it $50? Because they are not the kind of person who they believe that the advice that they need is more premium than they can afford. And to them, if they pay for something for $50, it is because it speaks directly to what they need. And what they need is a system for duplicating themselves, meaning so a way to set up AI to do what needs to be done. So this is the person who I can see using the setup being like the deliverable being like, it's the outreach system. It's the outreach system that, but I need that $50 deliverable for me. I need it to be done quickly. I need it to be based on real research, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's already the blueprint. Sorry, I forgot the blueprint. Which tier is this engagement? It's the blueprint. It's the blueprint. Damn it. No, it's not. It's the $5. The $5 use case. So it's the use cases. 10 use cases for getting a new client, or 10 blah 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 that can help you get a new client. So one, here's the way, like, and it would be for writing emails. What are all the things that you need to do to get a new client? Like, it would include those things, and then have I can see it in my, and then have like warm list. So there's the warm list. Who's on your warm list? It's the complimentary businesses. So, so the client they're trying to reach, yes, okay, B2B. And they're solving for someone who wants a marketing, wants actionable, repeatable marketing strategies for their in-house team. Like, they already have a team of doers and they need a manager, or what else? All right, so then we'll just go through. Oh, wait, sorry. Same one for client one, the implied. Their next outward facing act is sending warm intro emails, direct outreach, and also LinkedIn posts. Case studies. Maybe it's I'm trying to think through like a deliverable. But if I'm selling a case study to someone for, like, how I'm selling someone on, hey, make a case study. Here's how to use AI to write a case study on your behalf that you can then share on social or whatever, right? That's one. Two, that's one. And then it needs to be, I need the download to be, I need it to be something that you get ugh, I don't know. So I'm thinking of a couple things. One, it could be how do you get AI to, no, remember, this is for you've already been using ChatGPT and your ChatGPT history. So that's who this is for. So this needs to be a download. So it's free and $5 and $50. And tomorrow it's for the solopreneur, sideways asker, founder, mid-pursuit, program leader who's been using AI who's one of the whatever percent. That's what's in version 3. There's like that whole case study of like the people using AI, and whose AI knows, I don't want to say knows more about them than other people, but there's enough so that you don't have to do the work of, I don't want to say you don't have to do the work of knowing yourself, but this blueprint, right, is your guide to using AI. Like these are the instructions for blank, like the instructions for a case study, asking to AI to write a case study that would be a beautiful download with whatever aesthetic. The instructions for a promo video that you could share on social and blah, blah, blah. What else? I guess I should do this for me, right? A landing page that is a engaged such and such and converts looky-loos to something, right? But the AI will find your secret sauce that needs to be the output, right? The output here is your secret sauce in the wild so that someone will know to hire you, to come to you. And that's what I'm trying to build in real time. So, so you have the thing that's free. To me, the thing that's free should be the website, should be some type of landing page, something or other. And then I need the product spec should tell me I think this isn't actually the product specifications. There needs to be another document that's a real product specifications. Let me see. Product specifications. Oh, there's the recipe. There's a landing page with a game and ideally email to get your results. There's a $5 download product. There's the $50 phone session plus your If I Were You blueprint. Then there's and the download is different than the blueprint. And I need AI right now to tell me, like, what should the download be? What offers the most value based on what is most valuable, the most valuable of Penny's public skill sets or whatever that I'm trying to promote in the wild, I guess. So, right. So the real case is I want to sell to that marketing person who wants to sell themselves as a fractional CMO to other people, especially if they're interested in exploring ways to sell and ship marketing AI work, and they're open to hiring me to help them develop and ship that work. And I want to do a lead generation drop. Like, so part of this whole $50 thing needs to be the proof deliverable that lets them feel like they really do have, they're getting something valuable. So the $50 thing is for the person who paid for the $5 download and they saw or got a lot of value out of it. So the $5 download has to be really, really, really specific and spectacular. And so what would specific and spectacular results look like for that real case marketing person who's mid-career, looking to be advanced career, looking to earn another $100K in the next couple years, if not more, looking to, like I said, get a new client, and who would be open to new ways to use what they're already using, the AI that they're already using, put it to work in new ways. And so the download, the use cases would be like if there were 99 hours in each day, the downloads would be like all the things that I would do for myself with AI if I wasn't distracted all day, kind of thing. Like, I would set up the outreach system that does blah, blah, blah. I would use this prompt. I would do da-da-da-da. And I would do these things right. Oh, fuck. I keep losing the damn thread. Anyway, so let me go through the protocol thing. So, and that's the implied protocol. The inferred protocol is the creator or reality star, the client that I see online who's got great content, who's got a great following, who's got a great presence. They're already doing really interesting pieces, like recurring pieces. The person who comes to mind is a music. She's not a music historian. She's not a music ethnographer either, but she's a music aficionado who hosts parties, and she also is collaborates with other founders in the music industry on like paid cruises, and she has a month that she sponsors online. I think it's had sponsors before. She has had a podcast. She might still have it. She's been a guest on podcasts. I can see, if I were her, wanting to put myself out, like wanting to send more pitches, not wanting to put myself out there like on blast on social media, but wanting to send more pitches to more podcast hosts, wanting AI to help me find the right podcast hosts for my outreach. I keep going to outreach. Yeah, observable facts are, though, that they are already They are comfortable posting online all the time. And they're, yeah. My inference, I think I already said that they've done a lot of things and they might want a repeatable system for doing more of those things, have a focused approach where they could sit down for 30 minutes or 1 hour and end up with having set up a focused outreach, something or other, focused system for generating more visibility with an end in mind, with a goal in mind. Only they could confirm if the list of contacts was desirable to them. I'm doing the needs validation. And more. There's other things they can't confirm. So if it's a writer whose music history storytelling has devoted audience, it's observable, the body of work, the audience response, the recurring formats, the inference, the minimum messaging she'd need to attract clients who'd hire her on her existing track record, inference that that those clients, those entities do exist either as individuals or institutions who have observable evidence that they've paid for the type of work that she does or access to a person like her for the work that they do. Then my deliverable demonstrates my method on the observable layer and offers the inference as a labeled hypothesis. So I want my deliverable demonstrates my method on the inference as a labeled hypothesis using the observable layer as supporting evidence that of the likelihood of the inference being met, I guess, if that makes any sense, being true. The goal is for them to have the worst they can say is no thing that they can send to someone directly or send into the world, asking for what they want or telling the world what they want. And that's what I'm trying to end up with here on Friday. Just having a thing that I send into the world, asking for what I want and telling the world what I want in the form of an offer. Okay, let's save that. Okay, so this is my production spec stuff. Edit, select all. Okay, so now I take the production spec. Okay, where am I? I'm on step. So this is me on step 3 in section 3. Produce version 1. Mm-mm. What's the name test verdict? Oh, this is the would you attach your name to it? This is good, not bad writing though. All right, I guess we're working up to it.
Production Run 001, Case 1, The Blueprint, Version 1, Per production spec, the blueprint July 30th, 2026. Case 1 equals the implied opportunity. Someone has said what they're trying to do. Case 2, whether V1 is addressed to the real person or to Penny as first user. Guess. Resolved below as. Written to the avatar. Usable by Penny. Penny 2. Client target. Businesses, consultancies, or agencies, not other solopreneurs, that want actionable, repeatable marketing strategies for an in-house team. They have doers. They need the manager system 3. Tier. Revised mid-intake. Penny restructured the latter live. Free equals landing page. With a game. Email to get results. $5 equals download product. $50 equals phone session plus if I were you blueprint.
Okay,
$500
this isn't working.
$5,000
All right, let me read this thing
unchanged.
again.
This run produces the
Okay, this is supposed to give you, complete marker inventory. Hmm. All right, so it's making this. I don't really know what that's supposed to be doing, but oh, I'm getting to the offer ladder. Okay, I just keep trying to keep getting ahead of myself. Yeah, this 5-day thing is really difficult. Definitely not putting this on the market. So I need AI to take revise the 5-day plan using real time commentary, trying to complete it. All right. Are you going to bed, Johnny? 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 Are you going to bed?
No, I was getting more food.
Oh, can I have a drink?
Yeah, I'll make you one. What do you want?
I want is there any frozen fruit? Can I have a boozy smooth with some orange juice and some frozen smooth? Yeah, please, thank you. Actually, Briney. He's such a good man. Look at this. I look so tired. Look at how tired I look. I'm so tired. Look at how tired I look. I'm so tired. Still running. So I could brand it as 101 ideas and just make it 101 ideas, and its use cases. If I were you, applied to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, jobs, see chat, gibbet. Also, I think the $500 one should be, the $500 offer should be writing. It should be writing. So I'm thinking about actually, that's not the free download. The free thing is the website, the something interactive on the website that you go through and it's helpful. The $5 thing is 101 ideas, and that's for jobs, for all jobs. The $50 thing is just to suss out anybody who's got the money to pay to just have access to me for a talk and whatever comes out of it. And that blueprint thing. The blueprint is that for 50. 500 is for publications. That's the Oprah pitch. Thank you. Oh, it's all, thank you. Better than good. I love you so much. You look like your dad. You are his child. You are his child. I love you. You're my sister's child. That's what Uncle Herman. I love you. You're my brother's child. You're my sister's child. I think, who said that? Let me call Mommy. Did Uncle Herman say that? I love you. You're my sister's child. You're my brother's child. You're somebody's child. Ah, boo. Her teeth, she had her... Oh, shoot, I forgot to show her bountiful video yesterday. Mommy. Jesus. Hey, Mommy. You're on the microphone. Who said I love you? You're my sister's child. Or was that Uncle Herman? Uncle Moot. Is it my sister's child or my brother's child? No, I know, but what did he say? What did he say? Was it, I love you, you're my sister's child? Do it again. I love you, you're my sister's child. Bless his heart. He started crying. Uncle Moot. I was just telling Brian I loved him so much and he looked like his dad. And then I said, well, I guess it's because you're his child. And then I said, I love you. You're my sister's child. I'm delirious. I'm so tired. Okay, that was it. How's your tooth? How you feel?
Thank God. I am taking the pain because I think I just stepped
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to, let me turn my
Casino down.
I haven't stopped the video. I did cake.
Oh, well, I guess your teeth are real good if you're eating a piece of candy. Mm-hmm.
The night of the day that I had the tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I asked something, I went back and talk. I could talk just fine. So.
That wasn't yesterday? That was day before yesterday that you had the tooth pulled?
It may have been yesterday. It was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. I forgot what day it was. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I had something Tuesday. No, that was Tuesday night. That was Tuesday.
Yeah, it was, right. Because, yes, I'm like, I know I talked to you yesterday, but we just talked about the deer. We didn't talk about your, yeah.
We went to the pantry yesterday.
We talked about the pantry and we talked about the deer. Excuse me, that's right.
I was supposed to go see my doctor to do that. Osteopathic work, girl. At 6 o'clock, the alarm went off.
Mm-hmm.
I had winning cancer. I was so tired. I'm thinking, I ain't sleep good last night. I was tired. Then, right after I cancer, here comes Cookie calling. And we talked to 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, well, I guess I ain't going to get no more sleep.
Wait, what time did she call?
6:15.
Oh, well, that's in the morning?
Yeah, she called before she went to work.
I love that she does that. I didn't know she was an early morning riser. So Juicebox, Ty, and I are in a group chat, and we send each other gratitude lists every day.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice? Mm-hmm.
What was the gratitude for today?
Let me see. What was my gratitude for today? Well, you want to hear mine or you want to hear theirs?
Doesn't matter. Give me anybody.
So mine said, number 1, the song Firecracker by Mass Production, which was this morning's wake up song, wake up and make the bed song. You know, oh, mamacita, burn it up, firecracker. And then I said, not to be mistaken for Fire by Ohio Players, which I played as number 2. Whose music I first heard on one of the few rare vinyl records that my mom owned. It was the one with Skin Tight. Third thing I'm grateful for, Oprah podcast on things she learned from Maya Angelou. Memory of the first time Susan, from Maya Angelou. Oprah says she shared a mother-daughter relationship with her. And then I also was grateful for the joy of playing make-believe in my head, imagining myself trading places in a similar, I'm in my 40s and she's in her 70s relationship with Oprah, and playing daughter Oprah to her mother Maya. Other thing, memory of the first time Susan Taylor met me and said, "Who are you?" As if to say, where did you come from and who raised you? Because no matter what mother figures you have, you only have one mother.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then next thing was memory of Mrs. Burton.
I'm sure they'll always say, well, who are you? Go ahead.
Memory of Mrs. Burton calling mommy her daughter, as the relationship between Evelyn Ruth Wrenn and Esther P. Burton was my earliest example of intergenerational friendship. Then I said, I'm grateful for being present in the minutes of writing this list, remembering the insights of my own experiences and articulating the imaginings of my future. And now I release the time back to itself. Carry on. Amen.
Oh, that was good. good writer. Lovely, lovely.
Thank you, Mommy.
You are. You really are. So, I
Um,
remember Miss Davies called me her
I know you. What she called? What you saying?
her adopted daughter.
Mm-hmm. Her adopted daughter. Mm-hmm.
So when she was coming, I told Rev she was coming. I said, now she's pretty important in church. Because, she was the president of Ohio.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to Nicholas about. He was saying that they still got her speeches.
I told you that.
Oh, you told me that? Oh, that's right. You told me that. Thank you. Never mind.
Yeah. But I said, and also she would get him and say she's my adopted mama. I said, but no, that she ain't my mama. I adopted. I was raised by my mama.
Well, and it's interesting how important that you've told me that story over the years, but it's only through keep on living, as Aunt Patsy always says. Even in listening to the conversation between Maya and Oprah today on the podcast, you never get the sense that Oprah has a really close relationship with her mother. But you also never get the sense that she's replaced it. She doesn't call anyone a mother. Maya called her like a daughter. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a title that she assigned Maya. And even in one of the conversations, Maya says, I have a wonderful son. I didn't have daughters, but I've always wanted daughters. And so I've stolen others. I've stolen daughters from others. And I thought, well, that was because you do, like anybody who feels like they are a mother to you, they owe your mother even that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Or your or whoever raised you, they owe that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And it's flawed. Well, she could think about that. I mean, here she is going to know how to visit me.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, because it could have been the truth. It could have been the truth.
It really could have been the truth. Because guess what? Now his wife, he goes, every time we go to the National Baptist Convention, we see Sister Burden. My wife would say, there's Evelyn's mama.
Yep. See, that's how rumors get started. I got a mama.
She's a great mother representation, great friend. She really was, but she was not my mama.
Well, but those relationships, I wish there was another, I guess, intergenerational. They're just so important, even when
Because you don't have many.
Because you don't have, that's the thing. Even in my friendship with Cooper, because I was talking to Aunt Patsy about, I told you about the day Cooper was over here for talk show camp. So she calls the studio creator camp, because I've had this dream of having creator camp, like having the kids come over here and have a creator space. And so to her, it's just the thing that's always been creator camp, right? Even though it didn't look like this and stuff. And she's like, oh, and you know what we can start offering at creator camp? I love her. She's like, talk show. We can do a talk show teaching. Because, I practice Oprah Winfrey speaking with her. Having the gravity in your voice, the depth, the slowness, being able to talk off the fly extemporaneously, that type of thing. Like what to do when you don't know what to say. Anyway, and I had her doing a voiceover for this little thing that I haven't put together yet. And when she was doing the voiceover, we made the script with AI, and then she read it on a voice, like with the microphone or whatever. And because I was watching the script as she was reading it, and mommy, if that little girl didn't ad lib, like, and out of necessity, because like, let's say she skipped a word, right? And then she said, she fixed it. You know, like either she added it at the end or she took a pause. Like she did the thing. She solved for it in the middle of saying it. And I thought, like, oh, in my mind, I was like, oh, this is what Aunt Patsy experienced when I was a brilliant speaker at age. I was like, oh, this must be what Aunt Patsy experienced. Like, because, but again, as you said to you, I'm your child, right? And also, and you can't help but always seeing the potential. Like, yes, let's all the things, but also she could do a little bit better. She could do a little bit better. You know what I mean? And so to have an Aunt Patsy in your life who reminded both of us, like, well, no, actually, there's some things that are uncommon, that aren't as common as you might think that they are. And in that instance,
about you, right? That is something I did different because I'm the type that think if I can do it, hell, anybody ought to do it. And I had to be told
that is not right, not the case. And Erica is Church of Evelyn Wrenn in that way, so meaning she holds Cooper when it comes to communication to a extremely high level, high standard, like in a way, but it's not out of the whole you have to do it. It's just because of what Erica requires, because that's how Erica talks to her. It's kind of like how we are now, but and if we had been this way, if there had been more of the talking, I guess, growing up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they talk so damn much to the two of them. They talk so much. It's a new generation, as you say. Every generation does better than the one before. But witnessing that, it made me feel like Cooper's genuinely my friend. Like there's the 40-year age difference. Like I don't feel about her the way like Clark is like she's like a Messiah. She does feel like my legit niece, my family, does that make any sense? I don't know. But Cooper, she feels like a find in the world, like my friend. Even though I know she's a different age, but those relationships are so special, those different age group things, because anyway. So I thought about that with you're my sister's child, just because I was saying Brian looked like his dad. But then I read my gratitude list, and now I'm thinking about other things that I'm grateful for, and I'm just watching Claude do something that I've been watching it do for 16 minutes that I wanted to finish up, and then I'm going to close my computer.
Okay. So did y'all think about the deer today or what?
No, but when I was outside
Flour on the ground.
No. You think I should do that? I should do that. Did I say I was going to do that? You said to put a candle out.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't put a candle out though. I'm going to put
You can invite the girls over and y'all can put something there.
Oh, you think I told Cooper about it this morning. She was like, "Oh." I pulled a guess what on her. I pulled a guess what, because she was kind of like, Titi, guess what? Titi, guess what? I pulled a guess what. She was like, what? She was grumpy.
Did she know about the time you ran with the deer?
No, I never told her about that. I don't think I did.
You told me you encountered a deer. I think that's why I thought you hit it, but when you said you encountered a deer,
yeah, I said I ran across it. Yeah.
I'm thinking, it's like running with the deer in Lancaster, but it was totally different.
It was totally different. But it was weird how still it was. It just, usually they move. If you move, they move, Even sometimes when you move slow, but it just kept letting me get closer. And when I saw it just bless its heart.
Yeah, but you have to be careful with that, because I don't know.
Well, I know. So then I saw the ribs, and then I thought immediately about my friend, Dr. Shalise Nicole Winkler Furman, talking about deer have mange and other things. And so I walked back. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm pounced on your what. I'm just seeing these on the news, these people, these places that have bear and stuff, and bears chase man and knock this old man up in the air.
Oh, did I ever tell you about when I was at Esquire, they used to do this series called What It Feels Like, and it would be a series of first person accounts and of going through unimaginable situations. And so I had pitched what it feels like to survive a kangaroo attack. And I found someone in Australia who was boxed by a kangaroo. Like, I wonder if that story is still online. Let me see. I think I might have.
I don't think I've seen it.
That would there wouldn't be a reason to. Yeah, I mean, who? Yeah, they survived. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Kangaroos really do box.
Yeah, there was like it was getting hit. Mm-hmm. That person was hit. Now it doesn't even exist anymore.
Wow.
That story is not online anymore. Oh man, it was so good. I mean, it wasn't like a great story, but I really liked the.
Wow. That's interesting. What other stories did y'all produce? Not necessarily you, but anybody else. What was another good one?
There was. Oh, I did what it feels like to. I also did what it feels like to almost drown in a car. And what else did we do? Oh gosh, I can't even think of all of them.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
There was one issue where I think Jennifer Lopez was on the cover of What It Feels Like, and it was like what it feels like to be Jennifer Lopez, and this was at the time that she was with Ben the first time, and it came out right before they broke up or right after they broke up, I think. But the way it started, it said something like, it's like whoosh, something, all these words that it was really good writing. I remember that one. What it feels like to be Jennifer Lopez. That was really good. It was well written. Yep, that's all I remember though from the What It Feels Like thing. AJ Jacobs did those articles. AJ Jacobs then wrote a book called A Year of Living Biblically, where he lived according to the Old Testament of the Bible. Because he just did a whole bunch of he was Jewish also. Like he just did all of the things. He grew his hair out. He had like a beard. He didn't cut his hair. And yeah, The Year of Living Biblically. Mm-hmm. And he did another Year of Living something. He did a few Year of Living books.
I mean, they're good scenarios, good things to write about.
Yeah, he was great. Like he was so good. He was such a smart. He is such a smart guy. Yeah, yeah. I always wanted to write a Year of Living book because of him, because it's just such a good idea. But you know me, I can't stick with shit. I'm trying to finish a 5-day activation plan that I made up, and I can. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. Lord, I have a hard time sticking to stuff, girl. I don't want to. I was talking with Ty about that. I was like, and the thing is, Ty, I was like, you would think that I talk to my mom every day and she just to give me all types of orders. The way I be rebelling against no damn body. Like ain't nobody to rebel against, mommy. Like who am I? Like what is happening? What is it? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. I will not do that. And I'm like, but Penny, like, what? You're the only one asking you to, and you ain't gonna get nothing if you don't. Like, come, look, what's happening? I will not.
Wow, that's good. That is good. I had to do what happened when you did it.
I mean, look, so I'm just trying to get through. I just want to see. In my mind, I was like, either I do finish it or I get to day 6 and was like, look, I went through all the days and this thing I planned that I thought I could do in 5 days. Like, I don't know. But I'm sticking with it. Lord knows I'm sticking hard with it. So.
That's funny.
But
And the thing is now, this is probably just a good test because you realize some things about you. And I just think it's a great idea. What can I say?
what's a great idea?
That you decided to do this and that you're feeling this way. And to me, it's something to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it's something because I'm sure you're not the only one. Everybody does it. I'm like that too, especially with commitments that I made. I can tell you this, that Tyrone is having some surgery on August 8th. Either he's having his patient.
Oh, wait. No, we're on the phone. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. We're still on the thing. I still got you on the microphone.
I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, let me remind me and tell you that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. I said you're on the microphone.
No, I know. I thought you meant that your husband was listening.
Oh, no. I mean that you're on the microphone.
Okay. But anyway.
Oh.
Okay, now I don't know what to say. Hey.
Well, no, this was great. No, this was great. So you're right. I do have something to say. See, you and everything you said was perfect.
Everything you said was perfect.
You said was perfect.
I don't know about that.
It was perfect. It was perfect. So anyway.
It wasn't out of place, I hope.
Nope, wasn't out of place at all. It was perfect. I would have stopped you, which is what I did when it whatever. Mm-hmm.
Last night in the microwave.
Did you tell me what now?
I put some ribs, not the microwave, in the
Air fryer?
no crock pot.
Oh.
Ribs in the crock pot. Yeah.
Some ribs. Were there ribs in that haul, or did you get the ribs? Were they from the?
No, so I cut them up to like 4 bones each and froze them, but I kept 4 out in the crock pot or whatever. Got up this morning when I woke up about 4:30. I think I'm hungry. Of course, it's probably because I was smelling the ribs in the crock pot. So I ate one. It was okay. It's kind of dry. I probably left it in too long or whatever because I did turn it off after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that really bothered me. But I also had taken my shot yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do it. Yes, it probably was some of the shot or whatever. So I was finally able to eat something else at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. I had 3 of those apriums, the apricot plums.
Oh, okay. Apriums? That's what they're called?
Apriums.
I've never heard of that before. I need to take my shot.
I had neither, but that's the name of them, apriums. Apriums. Well, I don't know how you pronounce it, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they were so delicious. And then, of course, I had to cook or whatever. They were good, so I haven't had any other ribs. I put them in the refrigerator, and maybe I'll eat one tomorrow, but I'm not even feeling eating that tomorrow. I took some hot links out for tomorrow. I think I'm going to do hot links with rice. Because I do these hot links or whatever. I actually was asked for a beef thing.
You what?
I had ordered it from Walmart. You know how they do replacements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Something with the beef, something or another, but they replaced it with the beef hot link, and I kept it because I was familiar with these beef hot links because I get them for you. Well, I get you not the beef ones because the other ones are hotter, but I'll do the beef ones, whatever. But anyway, I got them. I had one, and I put them in the freezer. So I thought I'm gonna do that tomorrow with some rice and some green onions. Well, I was watching my Asian show today, farming show, and did I tell you I got rice paper?
What do you mean rice paper? This thing failed my whole thing. Hold on a second, Mommy.
Your AI thing?
Yeah, it failed. It failed the... Wait. Was Claude building? Building the system, the offer ladder, and blueprint. I didn't approve formats, which is fine if they were inferred, tell me, but Claude was working for nearly 30 minutes without showing the tasks progressively being completed and seemed stalled. And now I'm seeing failed on all three. So where?
Those are long sentences. I guess that's
Long
sentences.
That's the whole thing about AI. I don't have to make it short and I don't have to make it perfect. And guess what? Even though,
Okay. How do they decipher it? But
I know, but that's what, so people say nothing was lost. Here's exactly where things stand.
I don't know where things stand.
Yeah, this is so weird. What the hell? Why did it just keep saying it was working then for 45 minutes?
Well, it's still working, I guess.
No, it wasn't working. It was saying, and now it's saying that it was waiting for me to answer some questions that it never asked me.
But you've seen the questions if you're on the phone.
No, it had already been working for 20 minutes, whatever. And I was watching it the whole time. And if you don't answer, so the questions are persistent, until you answer them. So it asks question 1 and it comes up, you know how notifications come up on your phone, kind of, it comes up like that. And you have to answer. And then it goes to the next question. You have to answer. And then it goes to the next question. You have to answer.
Do you see the questions in that?
Well, now I see them, and they're being presented to me in the way things are presented when they send you through a sequence of answer these questions. So, but it didn't send me through that sequence. So whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get a real offer into the world on Friday before 11:59, some way that I can find out if somebody gonna pay me to do something, even just $5. Yeah.
No, not just $5. We're talking $5.
I know.
Just trying to get an offer out there. Good job. Good job, Clark.
Good job, Clark. No, that's Grant. Good job, Grant. Way to fall forward and not hit your head, Grant.
Is it still good out on the playground on those monkey bars and everything? You know, by the way, the T-shirt I bought from Chloe is it's like a tunic, but it works.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be too big when you said you got an extra large.
It's like a tunic. I wear it with some stretch pants. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cute. Did you take a picture of yourself in it?
No, but I mean it's still here. I'll wear it again and take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture of yourself in and doing the doom doom doo doom pa pa pa.
And I wear it with some burgundy. I wear it with some pink short stretch pants. Well, not short, but they're pedal pusher the pants. And I have a pair of burgundy ones too. So I wear those. And it's the ribbons one. It's got pink and burgundy. It's me anyway. I wore it to the casino. That's a good plan.
That sounds cute.
I need to get me a straw hat. It's so hot.
You have to get you a straw hat for inside?
No, for outside. I'm getting a straw hat, I think, for us. It's just so hot. I've been inside. Well, when I wasn't outside doing whatever it was I was supposed to be doing, I've been inside all day. But anyway, I went to put some money in the bank. So I downloaded Temu app on my phone.
Hadn't you already downloaded it because you'd ordered the wig and stuff from there before?
When I order stuff like that, Amazon, I do it online. I do it on my computer.
Oh, okay. I thought you, but you do it from Temu still?
On my computer. But this time, I do not know why. Oh, I think I was on my emails, and the Temu thing came up, and I opened it, and then I don't know if you have you ever ordered anything from Temu?
No, I haven't. I've had the app on my phone before and pretended I was gonna shop from it, but no, I've ordered from Shein before though.
Okay, I've never done Shein, but with Temu, they always give you this wheel. You got to spin the wheel or whatever, and then it tells you how much you got, how many presents you get, whatever it is. So I went through that, and it said I got $2,000 worth of free gifts. Or whatever it is, maybe whatever. But you have to get them. You get them on a daily basis. So they said choose your first 7, 8, or whatever. So I chose some things, and then it said now you have to purchase one thing. So I got an electric shaver.
For which part? For your legs or for your mustache?
Private area.
Have you tried it yet?
I haven't gotten it yet. May have been yesterday. But anyway, so I go on today, and it said I had $350 in cash. I had to make it to an order. It was more than an order, but I did get something that I needed. By the way, the shave thing was $5 and $4.99.
And it's battery operated?
And it's rechargeable batteries. So they say, now I'll tell you what it's going to be when it get here, okay? I've ordered things from people, and I have not been disappointed. I really have not been. Well, maybe I was one time or something, but I don't order like hundreds of dollars, or even $50 worth. As a matter of fact, today is probably the most expensive thing I've ever ordered from them. They have a mattress topper. You know, I hate my mattress on my bed. And it's a pillow top mattress topper. And it was $25. I said, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it and see what it's like. And then they tell me you need to spend $5 more. And I'm thinking, forget the $350 or whatever it was. I don't know how you're going to give it to me anyway. But I went in and ordered that. But then I'm thinking, I only got $25 But it went through, but you know, I got the overdraft. I don't want to be charged an overdraft charge. So the money as it came off the debit card or whatever. So I went out to put some money. It was hot. It was so hot, it ain't funny. But the bank is just around the corner. So anyway, that's why I went out today. But I had to put on clothes because I've been in my pajamas all morning. So. Go and do your thing. Go and do Claude, because I think Claude got you.
No, it's finally working now. Anyway, all right, but I'm gonna have to wrap up day 2. Jesus. I didn't even make it through. Well, I made it through step.
You made it through that.
I didn't know, but I didn't make it through all of step 3, but okay, it's fine. So today I'm stopping. I've done 3 rounds. I've done more than 3 rounds. So I'm stopping at, what time is it? Stopping at 9:15 p.m. That was 4 hours. All right, so here we go, people. All right, so my one viewer is already on the phone, and so she's probably... But if and when anybody views this, I'm stopping. I'm stopping for my day 2. I'm still in step 3 of a version of this 5-day plan that I know for sure is not going to see the light of day as is. No, it's not going to see the light of day as is. So the fruit of the plan will be visible. I'm still committed to that. I'm launching something tomorrow, and at some point, hopefully sometime next week, I'll be able to share this 5-day activation plan that will have been revised and enhanced by my doing it and getting stuck. So, so that when you, so then.
Maybe it was a YouTube, I don't know, but it was you dancing for the plants, giving your plants love or something.
Oh, yeah.
Was it on Facebook or was that on YouTube?
I don't remember. I think it was Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. Why? What about it?
You got a lot of likes and stuff on that one.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you don't look at them.
No, I do it because I have to do it. And yeah.
And Patty said you're a beautiful woman. That's what Patty said.
Oh, that was nice. But I do try to go in, so remind me, I do try to go in once a week or once every couple of weeks to like everybody's comments to say thank you and stuff for replying. So I will do that. I forgot I haven't done that.
You did look pretty in it. I see why she said it.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. I've been trying to stay on my washing my face and putting my stuff on my face.
Oh, good. Very good. Your hair looks pretty too.
I had to cut it because when I tried to, because it was doing that two-tone thing, and it was too much two-tone. It wasn't. I was, and the white part wasn't. It was. Yeah, it wasn't showing up as much. Mm-hmm. So
You have to cut it a lot too.
Yeah, I had to cut it a lot because I had to cut it a lot more than I wanted to. Because every time I dye my hair, I forget how to dye it.
You forget how to dye just the roots. Well, you don't have the patience.
I don't have the I don't have the patience for it. Yeah.
You don't have the patience to dye just the roots.
Mm-mm.
Good for you.
Who's gonna do that? These are all doing my social media, doing my hair. These are all the things for which socioeconomic mobility was made for. Like that's getting my hair done and getting somebody to do my socials. Those are really my dreams in life. That's my dream. And being able to get my nails done and getting some electrolysis and maybe like lasering to get my things. And maybe getting an arm tuck and a belly tuck and going on a cruise. I want us to go on a cruise.
An arm tuck, man.
Is that a thing? Does that exist?
Wait a minute, latitude. Yeah, I want to take this on.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's say goodbye. All right. All right then. Wait, now I'm saying.